everybody, welcome back to the Noble Reactions, where we break down brand new trailers and teasers for some of the most amazing, hottest movies that are going to be coming out in the coming months. Today's episode, the trailer that we're going to be covering is brand new, and it is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The brand new movie that's coming out. There's been so much hype about Guardians of the Galaxy. A lot of things been going on with it. A lot of catching up to do from the previous movie. So we're going to dive right in. I cannot wait to see this trailer. Let's talk Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm a big fan of Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, I think it is just one of the best series for Marvel for me personally. It is definitely known for its comedic relief. Yeah. It is definitely, it's the Thor Ragnarok of Marvel, the whole series. It's a little bit like Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool, except much less crass, much less bad, rough. It's more of like an easier, softer, cleaner side of Deadpool, but it's really a comedic journey, and I just kind of love it. It's also lots of action-packed. It's funny, it's always funny to me to see Chris Pratt as this buff, awesome character. He's in the Jurassic World movies, he's in Guardians of the Galaxy, and he used to be Andy Dwyer. Andy Dwyer on Parks and Rec. This lovable goofball. And now he's still a lovable goofball, but he's just in some really cool movies. So they recently came out with Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind at Walt Disney World in Florida in Epcot. Big fan of that ride. If you have not ridden that ride, it is fantastic. They also rebranded sort of Tower of Terror in Disneyland to the Guardians of the Galaxy version. And we've not been on that, but we heard it's also amazing. So Guardians of the Galaxy getting a lot of love lately, and I could not be more excited for this next volume. I'm trying to think back where we left off, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Peter Quill, his father, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen any of the previous movies, you might want to fast forward right now. But I remember Peter Quill's father, Ego, he's a Celestial, basically impregnated his mom and a bunch of other women all around the universe, in the hopes that one or two of them would actually be raised with celestial powers. Any of the ones that weren't raised with celestial powers, he pretty much just killed and offed them. So killed all of his offspring, killed Peter Quill's mom, even. So that whole movie, and of course he was nefarious because he needs two Celestials, himself and one other Celestial, to basically create this world engine that terraforms all these planets and stuff. And so basically Guardians of the Galaxy are like, yeah, nah, we're gonna stop you. And so Peter Quill and crew, kills his own father. Yeah, Star-Lord kills his own father. And then we lose Gamora. Gamora eats it. She dies in the Avengers movies. And then we see the death of Yondu. Peter's basically the guy who raised him. Kind of took up the mantle of fatherhood after, Ego pretty much, ditched him and his mom. And that's kind of one of the reasons why he kept, obviously that's the big reason why he kept Peter Quill alive all those years, because he basically was his father. He basically kind of took care of him the whole time. And so, Yondu throughout all the different movies was kind of like this. He was a villain, but kind of not a villain. He was kind of treated Peter bad, but also kind of protected him, and then basically saves Peter's life at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So, gives his life up to basically save his boy. So that was a tough scene for me. I really like Yondu, and so we'll see. His underling has sort of taken up his mantle. A lot of dying. A lot of people croaked in the last couple of movies, and so I don't know what to expect. I don't know if we're going to see Gamora at all, like a different version of her. Supposedly, there's a different version of her from another reality. Maybe we'll see her again. Groot, is he still a teenager? Because he was small, and then he was kind of a teenager in the post-credit scenes, if you remember, in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I don't know. I don't know what to expect, so I'm pumped though. Let's just jump into it, and then we'll break it down after.
We were gone for quite a while. But no matter what happens
What's that? This new ship? Is that a new ship? What is that?
The galaxy still needs its guardians.
It's his new ship, I guess. There's Groot.
Hello.
Groot's a lot bigger. He looks different. Looks a lot different. Wait, who are these people?
Come on, on, Drax. Seriously, dude?
No! Ow!
Hey!
I love it. I love the music. The music in Guardians
Don't
is
forget.
just so good.
Where we came from.
Oh.
We have been running
Hey, is that a
our whole
flashback?
lives.
Flashback of Gamora?
Pete, I'm done running.
Yeah, the music. I love it. There's Gamora. So she's the other version of her.
We'll all fly away together. One last time. Into the forever. That beautiful sky.
I saw Adam Warlock.
And we'll kill anyone who gets in our way.
No, not kill anyone.
Kill a few people.
Kill no people.
Kill one guy, one stupid guy who no one loves.
Now you're just making it sad.
Okay. I don't know. A little bit different. I feel like a little bit different than what I was expecting, than what I'm used to for Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, wow. So a little bit different. I'm definitely used to the Guardians of the Galaxy, the comedy, the humor, and there was definitely elements of that in here, but it was getting me emotional. Like, it was getting me a little emotional. Like, I feel like some bad stuff might be coming.
Yeah, I think some bad stuff is happening to the Guardians, and then Gamora might come from another dimension or whatever and save the day.
Or
That's what I think.
pre-snap, or I don't know. She comes back. I don't remember exactly. I don't know how. There's all these fan theorying and all this breakdown of everything, and to figure out, is Gamora dead? Is she not dead? Should she come back after the snap? Before the snap? Blah 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 blah. Whatever. I can't keep track. I need all of you to keep us honest. Gamora, how does she come back? But she's clearly back. She's clearly in the film. That wasn't just a flashback scene. She was definitely in the scenes. So yeah, I don't know. I was getting emotional. I'm starting to get a little nervous. I'm starting to get a little nervous. Like, this is going to be Star-Lord's swan song. This might be it for him. He might be done. Okay, so let's break down the trailer. Let's go from start to finish, because there's a lot in there to unpack. I want to kind of go back and I want to look at some of the scenes. So right in the beginning, new ship. I think the old ship got busted, right? Last time in the previous movies, I think it got destroyed, or I don't remember. I can't remember all the details of the previous movies, but I think I remember the old ship getting busted. And so there's a new ship. The new ship looks huge, looks humongous, and looks pretty cool, but not quite as cool as the old ship, though. I feel like the old ship is iconic. There's just something about that ship, the Milano, that they have the actual model of the Milano in Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind at Epcot. It's like this really cool model that you can get pictures and video of. But that's a cool ship, but it's like the way it looks. And so it looks like we got a new ship. Let's talk about Groot.
He's bigger.
He's bigger, but he also looks different.
Yeah.
Like, he looks different. He actually kind of
muscly.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a power lifter.
Yeah.
He looks like a brute. Like the old Groot.
Groot the Brute.
Yeah, Groot the Brute. The old Groot was like thin, you know, like gangly, almost like he looked like a basketball player, kind of. I mean, he was still kind of, you know, buff a little bit, but he was like more like a tall, gangly, tree-looking dude. Now he looks like I said, a power lifter. Looks like he's like been lifting weights. Obviously he's maybe in like his like post-teen years, like maybe he's like in his 20s, and he's really into protein shakes and power bars, right? And so he's like ripped. He looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
He looks cool. I like him. I think he's gonna. We'll see what he does in the movies, but he looks a lot different. I'm sure there's a reason for that. Why he looks a little bit different. Maybe it's just his age. It could be his age, or it could just be it's like a different variation of him that, you know, when he's reborn. I don't really know a lot about the birth cycles of Groots. How they get reborn after he died in the first one. Well, sort of died, and, you know, so it was a seed and became a baby again. So it's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to knowing more about Groot. Love Groot. So what's up with this planet they land on?
I don't know. I thought it was gonna be Earth, but it wasn't.
Right.
Or maybe it is, but everybody is like half human, half animal.
Yeah.
Animal head.
Why they're like animal people?
Yeah,
What
I
is
know.
that? Are they? I mean, I thought it was Earth too. Like, I'm looking. It looks like Earth houses. There's like a stop sign, street signs. You know, Drax is throwing a kickball or something right at that kid's face, very hard. And they're all dressed.
She threw it first.
She threw it first, but they're all dressed in like human clothes. It's not like they're dressed in like clothing of another planet, like casual. Like they literally look like they're on Earth.
Yeah.
But they all have animal heads and stuff. So what's up with that? Like, is there something wrong with Earth? Has something happened? Are they in a different dimension?
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, did they time travel, or was something happen? All of a sudden, there's animal people on Earth. What's up with this? What's going on here? And then we see Gamora. Gamora's back again. Don't know all the details around why she's back, how she's back, but she's back. So I'm glad because I really like Zoe. I think she's a great actress. Big fan of hers in Star Trek also. Star Trek and Guardians of the Galaxy. So she's back. Don't know what her role will be. Her sister Nebula obviously wanted to kill her for a long time, and then they teamed up. But there's one scene right after it shows Gamora where it has Nebula carrying Peter Quill, Star-Lord, like he's dead. Like he's literally looks like he's dead, like not passed out, dead. It's like an emotional scene. They're all like lined up, kind of doing the like superhero kind of walk, and they're carrying Peter Quill.
Maybe they're pretending he's dead. And it's
Yeah,
all
could
a
be.
ploy.
But this is kind of where the trailer looks like it takes a turn. Kind of goes away from the standard comedy, humorous aspects of Guardians of the Galaxy, and then it moves into this like more serious, ominous tone, very emotional. You see Rocket with kind of like, I think like remembering maybe a childhood moment of some kind, maybe when he was being created in a lab. And then it shows the villain, the main villain, High Evolutionary. I don't know much about High Evolutionary. I honestly don't know much about him. I'd love for everyone to chime in the comments and let us know. Who is High Evolutionary? What's he all about? What's his role going to be maybe in this movie? But I think that's going to be the main villain. And what's up with the Teletubbies? What's up with the Teletubby scene?
Teletubby scene.
Yeah, there's this scene where they're all in astronaut suits and they're all like jumping out of the spaceship into like the atmosphere or whatever, into the space. And they're all wearing like different color. It just looked like Teletubbies to me.
I didn't think about that. Maybe.
Like it's straight up I feel like that's an Easter egg. I feel like that's an homage to Teletubbies. What else can it be? Why are they all in a rainbow colored ensemble of spacesuits?
I don't know.
Teletubbies, that's what I'm calling it. This is the Teletubby crew, for whatever reason. But anyway, now when I start to see High Evolutionary, again, like I said, the tone changes. And I feel like Gamora is wherever High Evolutionary is.
Yeah, she looks mad.
Yeah, it seems like, I don't know if she's like in a prison, she's locked up, or she's part of this crew. There's definitely some
It
interrelationship.
looked to me like she was sneaking through like some sort of like passage to maybe get to him.
Yeah, something's going on there.
That's what it looked like to me, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's a connection there. Maybe that's where, the Guardians of the Galaxy are going to kind of reunite with the villain plus Gamora at that point in time. I'm not sure, but again, it takes a tone. It takes a dark turn here. You hear Rocket say,
We'll all fly away together.
"Yeah, we'll fly away together. Like this is it. One last ride, basically one last fight." I don't know. Some people are gonna die. Maybe Rocket's gonna die. Star-Lord's gonna die. Everyone's gonna die. I think this is gonna be a rough one. I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be crying like a little baby in this movie if people start croaking. I was sick when Groot bit it at the first one, but then he came back alive, and I was like, okay. This was actually a good movie. But now I'm not good about when people that I like die in movies. Like it almost washes the whole movie for me. Sometimes it doesn't if it's done well, but a lot of times I'm just like, that movie's dead to me. They killed off one of my faves, so I'm over it. So I don't know what to expect. I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little nervous. And we finally get our first look at Will Poulter as Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock is a big superhero. Was created by the Enclave, which I think was this like group of weirdos that was at the end in the end credits of the previous Guardians of the Galaxy. I think maybe they're part of the Enclave. Basically, the Enclave creates Adam Warlock as like supposed to be like the next genetic superhuman hero. And he ends up becoming like a super powerful being and protector, almost like a Superman, kind of like a almost like Superman for Marvel in some ways. So it's cool to see him, but it looked like he was fighting Nebula.
Yeah.
I might be wrong because it was like jumping between scenes, but it looked. Now he's supposed to be a good guy, so I'm not sure why he was punching out Nebula. I'll be curious to find out what that's all about, but I'm pretty sure at some point they're gonna get on the same side. But Adam Warlock, cool. It's cool to finally get to see it in. We've been talking a lot about Adam Warlock in the previous months and getting little snippets here and there, but like finally getting to see it in a trailer is pretty cool. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I can see. I mean, I'm sure there's some small little things I'm missing, some Easter eggs, I think. But it is hard to keep track of all the Marvel stuff.
Oh, I can't. I don't even try.
It is hard. Like, I almost have to go back and watch the previous movies before I even look at the trailer for the next one because I can't remember everything that happened. I don't read all of the comics, so I'm never like completely up to snuff on everything, but try to follow it as best we can. But man, it is complicated. There's a lot of stuff happening. There's so many people coming out on May 5th of 2023. So May 5th next year, not too long, maybe six months or so, or I don't know, half a year. Okay, that is kind of a long time, but I cannot wait to see it. I am very nervous about key individuals dying though, so it's gonna put a complete damper on it if people do eat it. All right, so for me, this is a Noble trailer. Noble or nope? If I had to give it a Noble or a nope, it's a Noble.
I'm in the middle. I'm not sure. It looks pretty dark, and I'm used to the Guardians of the Galaxy movies being just more lighthearted and funny, which is why I like them, and that's why I like Thor as well. I don't typically like the ones that are like real emotional or like dark or anything. So maybe this one will have more humor. I did see some humor and I laughed those times, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm just not sure if I'm gonna like it or not.
You don't like the death.
No.
I don't think you like I don't either.
No, and I don't like when it gets real dark. It kind of makes me lose interest.
Yeah, I don't mind dark. I don't mind if it's dark. I don't mind if it's dark, if it has serious tones to it, but I like the added element of comedy in there to kind of break it up. I just don't like when key characters die. I'm just not a fan of that. And so I don't personally go to see movies to be sad.
Yeah.
I go to see movies because I want to be uplifted. I want to live in fantasy. I don't like seeing reality. I live in enough reality in the real world that I don't need that in my movies. I go to movies for entertainment, and I like lighthearted, fun, happy endings. That's just me. That's how I roll. But I'm not a movie critic. So it's a Noble for me. It's a knob for her. It's a not so much. You're kind of on the fence. Okay, well, there you have it. So that's all we've got. That's our breakdown of the trailer. I don't know. It was a little confusing.
Looks emotional.
We need some comments. We need people to give us some comments down below. Please write them up. Let us know all the Easter eggs that we missed, because we'd love to add them. And be sure to check us out. We got all other sorts of other videos, other trailers, other trailer reactions. Check out our other channel, The Noble Way, if you are interested in Disney content, Universal, theme parks, food reviews. We do lots of different content. Until we see you next time, bye-bye, everybody.